It is Friday night, right? We've made it to Friday night. Thank you. Thank you. Seriously. Huge thank you for watching this live video. And thank you for sharing this. And thank you for hitting that like or love button. It means a lot. I appreciate that, as this is a one-man band doing it all on my own here. I don't have the big fancy TV stations, but we're the little engine that could. And we can't do it without your support. So I say that on time and time and again. We can't do it without HCS Roofing, the roofers that you can trust, or Half Moon Plumbing. Again, those are folks that I trust in my own home. You can trust them in your home, and you can rely on them. And of course, if you need a house or live in an area that's beautiful, Forest Ridge is the place to go. So those three, it's without them, this ain't possible. So please support them and tell them that you're using them because of me, and that helps out me. And it's not about me, but it is just here to help you. Kind of goes, it's give or take here. So I appreciate that. Let's talk about the weather. And we can see that we've got hot conditions across the central United States. Let me pause this here. Yeah, it's hot. Let's see here. It's going to be hot this weekend. Toasty. Temperatures upper 90s, near 100. But where is this cool weather that I've been teasing and talking about on social media? Well, this is coming into the end of the week of next week. So this is about Wednesday or Thursday, and this is Friday. And you notice the heat beginning to be suppressed to the south. We head into Labor Day weekend, and it looks a lot better across the region. And then you can see as we head into the early part of September, the first week of September, look at this cool weather where we've got 40s in Wisconsin, 40s and 50s extending down in Missouri, potentially even here into northeast Oklahoma on Sunday, next Sunday, Labor Day weekend Sunday. Labor Day right now looks warm, temperatures upper 80s, but then you can see, look at even the colder air beginning to move in from the north, pushing to the south. And that's the transition we see where we don't have that hot conditions across the United States on 9/2. Just so happens to be my 43rd birthday on 9/2, but I'm not looking forward to that. Anywho, I would take a 43-degree temperature, I'll tell you that much. But overall, the heat is backing up and suppressing where it's not so miserable across the central United States like it's going to be this weekend. See all this heat across the area? That's this weekend. Next weekend, let's see, next weekend, not so hot across the region. Still going to be warm. I mean, check this out. We're still going to have highs in the mid-80s and upper 80s with lows in the 60s. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, to see some 50s by Labor Day weekend. That's the way it looks right now. So we go from upper 90s into the mid-80s for afternoon highs. So a cool down is on the way next week. I think this is going to be it. This is going to be it for the season. The last hot week of, or at least the next hot stretch of 5 days that we'll see the rest of the year, as we see the potential for another big cool down heading our way by the end of next week into the Labor Day weekend across the area. So if you're just watching the replay, I appreciate that greatly. But we're watching a big cool down for Labor Day weekend where highs dip down in the 80s. We could see some lows even sprinkle in the 50s by next weekend. If you're like me, I love fall. I love that transition from the really hot conditions. Matter of fact, we're starting to see fall foliage in northern Alaska. So that's cool, pun intended. But the change of seasons is on the way. So that right there is the GFS model. Let me switch over to the European, and we will see what the European shows. So this is surface temperatures. This was technically this morning. We had this weekend. You can see the heat across the central United States. Still hot all the way up to Lincoln, Nebraska. But watch the cooler air begin to form even in the Rockies. And eventually it dives further to the south. And you can see that starting to move across the state of Oklahoma as we head into Labor Day weekend. So this is start over the replay. Hot across the United States. But look at this cold air in northern portions of Colorado, Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, and eventually that pushes to the south towards the state of Oklahoma. Thank you so much for liking and loving this live video. I appreciate you greatly. I truly do. I hope you have a wonderful and safe weekend. I'll be back here through the weekend with more weather updates. In the meantime, stay safe and God bless.